I'm Neil, and I'm the teacher.
And I'm Sean, and I'm the deal maker.
Together, we're the Rise Guys.
The moment someone becomes your client, you owe them 6 specific duties. Miss even one, and you are exposed. Today, I'm going to walk you through all 6 and the obligations that come with them. When someone becomes your client, a fiduciary relationship begins. That is a legal word, but here's what it means in practice. You owe that person a specific set of duties, and the exam loves to test them because they are the backbone of everything we do. Let me name them all right now so you have the full picture. The first is loyalty. You put your client's interest ahead of your own every time. The second is confidentiality. What your client tells you in confidence stays protected. The third is full disclosure. You tell your client everything that matters to their decision. The fourth is obedience. You follow their lawful instructions. The fifth is reasonable care and skill. You bring genuine competence to the job, not guesswork. And the last is full accounting. You account for every dollar and every document that passes through your hands. That is the full list. Learn it cold because I am about to show you the obligations hiding inside these duties that catch people off guard. Here's the first obligation that surprises people. Confidentiality does not end when the deal closes. A lot of new professionals assume that once the transaction is done, the file is closed and they can speak freely about it. That is wrong. What your client told you in confidence stays protected permanently. A closed file is not a license to talk. So that thing your seller told you about why they were really moving, you take it to the grave. The second obligation in this group is disclosing your role. One of the most important things you do is make it clear early whether or not you represent someone as a client. You clarify that relationship at the very first point of contact. Never let a person assume you are working for them when you are not. That single habit prevents a huge share of complaints. Full disclosure sounds simple until you see how it plays out in a real deal. A pair of obligations live inside it. The first is presenting every offer. You bring all offers to your client, not only the ones you personally like the look of. It is your client's decision which offer to accept, never yours. If you quietly screen offers before your client sees them, you have breached your duty, even if you thought you were helping. The second is disclosing material latent defects. A latent defect is a hidden problem that a normal inspection would not reveal, something that affects the value or the safety of the property. If you know about it, you cannot stay silent. You disclose it. This protects the consumer and it protects you because a covered up defect is exactly the kind of thing that ends careers. Say what you know. The final obligations are about money and honesty, and they trip people up more than any other. Full accounting means exactly what it says. Every dollar of your client's money that passes through your hands has to be accounted for. Deposits, documents, records, all of it kept clean. That money is a trust placed in you, not a convenience for you. And then there is remuneration. You must be completely transparent about how you are paid and how much. Alongside that, if you have any personal or business interest in the transaction, you disclose it. That is the single most important way to manage a conflict of interest. Full disclosure of the relationship or the interest. If you hide it, that is when complaints and discipline come knocking. If you put it on the table, you protect everyone, including yourself. So let me leave you with this: loyalty, confidentiality, full disclosure, obedience, reasonable care and skill, and full accounting. Know them all by name and know what each one asks of you. When you hit a hard situational question on the exam, stop and ask yourself which duty is in play. 9 times out of 10, the correct answer is simply the one that honors your duty to the client. These duties are not red tape. They are the professional standard, and they exist for a reason. They protect the consumer, and they build the kind of trust that turns one client into a lifetime of referrals. Live them in your practice, and the exam takes care of itself. That is the show for this week. I will see you in the next one. New webinar summary every week. Subscribe so you never miss one.